The dream was always the same. Kendu floated in an endless blue beneath a giant leaf, larger than any the fox had ever seen before. In the dream, he was free. Kendu always awoke with a smile on his face. But the smile did not last long. Each sun-drenched day, Kendu and the other foxes were forced to dig holes where the beasts would place their eggs, soon to hatch and spawn more beasts. Kendu knew not to complain and never to stop digging, even for a moment. For those who did were made to work long into the night until their paws bled and their strength was gone. Long ago, the foxes had come to the beasts for protection. There was word that a forever hungry monster lurked out there who devoured any animal unlucky enough to cross its path. But what good is a safe life, Kendu wondered, if it's spent in slavery? Every moment of every day, he thought of breaking free. One afternoon, after gorging themselves on a lunchtime feast, the beasts fell into a deep sleep. Kendu knew he must act quickly. He jumped into a hole and began digging harder and faster than he ever had before. "Come on," he whispered to his friends. "Let's get out of here." But the other foxes were too fearful to escape. "What about the monster?" they asked. Kendu had no time to think about the answer. Once he saw the patch of blue sky on the other side, he knew there was no turning back. Kendu ran until day became night. When he stopped to rest, he suddenly felt alone and afraid. Then, on a mountain peak surrounded by fog, Kendu spotted a gazelle. He was startled by the strange, still animal until the gazelle turned her head. Silhouetted against the full moon, the gazelle's horns formed a familiar shape. Kendu knew at once what he must do. Find the giant leaf from the dream. With the eyes of the gazelle still on him, Kendu settled down on the soft grass. He soon fell asleep and dreamed. As the sun's first rays warmed the earth, Kendu awoke with a smile. Leaves are on branches and branches are on trees, he thought. Maybe the giant leaf is on a giant tree. He headed straight for the forest. Kendu decided that a bird's eye view might help him spot the tallest tree. "You're wasting your time, Bushy-tail," Kendu heard from above. He looked up to find a monkey staring down at him. "I've searched all day long," yelled the monkey, "and this is the only golden sweet I can find. Someone's been chopping down these trees." Kendu told the monkey, whose name was Yitzhak, that he was searching not for fruit, but for a leaf the size of a small valley. "Where did you see this giant leaf?" the monkey asked. "In my dreams," Kendu replied. "Oh, I dream of a giant leaf too," said the monkey, his eyes shining. "Every night it holds mountains of golden sweets, nice and mushy. Delicious." "So where would I find this leaf?" Kendu asked the monkey. "I've never seen one that big around here," Yitzhak said. Then he added, "I guess it could be in the wilds, the deepest part of the forest. But you don't want to go there. That's where the animal eater lives. They say his ribcage is the size of a mountain." "I'm not afraid of bullies anymore," said Kendu, and he told the monkey of his escape. "Let's go to the wilds, Yitzhak. Maybe we'll find some golden sweets for you there." Sure," said Yitzhak, his heart pounding in his chest. Two moons came and went as Kendu and Yitzhak walked the vast forest. Yitzhak stopped talking only when he slept. Kendu made most of the decisions, knowing which trail might provide the most shade, or when night would fall. One day, a koala bear jumped down from a tree right into Kendu and Yitzhak's path. "Please help me," she cried. "My gula is gone. I think the animal eater has him." The koala's name was Odelia. She told of how her mate had gone searching for food and never returned. "Every day more animals go missing," she said. "And look at all the tree stumps. Pretty soon we'll have no place to live." "Where do you think Gula might be?" asked Kendu. "I don't know," Odelia said, "but every night I have a wonderful dream. Gula and I are in the wilds, together again and very happy. And in the dream is a giant leaf." "Let's go to the wilds," said Kendu. "The animal eater must be stopped. No one should live in fear." He turned to Odelia. "We'll find him and return Gula to you." "Or," suggested Yitzhak, "we could find some other larger animals to do the job, maybe?" "Don't worry, Yitzhak. The two of us can handle anything," said Kendu. "Three of us," said Odelia, drying her tears. "I'm coming with you." Just as Kendu, Yitzhak, and Odelia set foot in the wilds, a brilliant light pierced the sky, then a rumble. There before them was a sight they would not soon forget: the animal eater. "There are animals inside," Yitzhak yelled. "Yes," said Kendu, "and they're alive." "Maybe Gula is in there," said Odelia with a trace of hope in her voice. No one moved. Fear kept all three in their tracks. Another flash of light. In that instant, Kendu and his friends saw the gazelle at the mouth of the animal eater. She looked directly at them, but when the next flash came, she was gone. "We'll be safe in there," Kendu said, and without knowing why, Yitzhak and Odelia knew he was right. But before they could move, the sky began to leak. The animals had never seen this before. They took shelter beneath the lily pads and stood in wonder as the wetness surrounded them. The water did not stop. In the days that followed, puddles turned into streams, streams into rivers, and rivers into oceans. Kendu's many hours of digging came in handy as he paddled with all his might against the mighty waves. He began to wonder if maybe he was foolish to escape the beasts. If he had stayed with them, Yitzhak and Odelia might still be safe in the tall trees. Kendu looked up at the black sky with little hope left in his heart. Suddenly, a strong wind rescued them from the water and carried them high into the air with the grace and gentleness of a butterfly. As they floated downward, they saw their only chance of surviving the storm, the animal eater. At last, Kendu and his friends were at the mouth of the animal eater. Only the animal eater wasn't a monster at all. It appeared to be a shelter from the fierce storm, a storm that would rage on for many more days until water covered even the highest mountains. Kendu entered the shelter, and there before his eyes was the most amazing sight he had ever seen. Yitzhak instantly found a mountain of golden sweets. "I'm gonna be happy here," he said, and then he saw a very sweet monkey who smiled at him. Very happy. Odelia found Gula, who told her he had gotten lost, and each night he dreamed that he and Odelia found each other again in the wilds, near a giant leaf. So he went searching for her there. When the sky began to leak, he entered this place made of trees. Kendu was happy for his friends and glad to be safe and warm. But one thing troubled him. He had never found the giant leaf. He sensed he was close to it, so he began searching the animal stables, hoping to come upon a clue. What he found instead amazed and baffled him. His very own name carved in wood. Who has done this? Kendu wondered. Who knew my name? A friendly fox with a kind face stepped forward. "It seems someone was expecting us," she said. "I found my name too. I'm Rhea." As Kendu said hello to Rhea, he knew he would share the rest of his life with her. Kendu told Rhea of his life under the beast's rule and of his dreams of the giant leaf. She too had these dreams. They were what brought her here. Many days came and went, but Kendu still had not found the giant leaf. Then one day, the voice of a two-legged creature rang out. "We've reached land, my friends. Time to see your new home." "Come on," Rhea said as she ran away, and Kendu chased after her. They leaped into a sea of endless blue that was strangely familiar to Kendu. And that's when it struck him. He had found the giant leaf at last, and he was free.